Pilates at home. And what I'd like to talk to you about today is the importance of engaging your core muscles. Quite often we hear engage your core, activate your core whenever you're doing your exercises. But how do we do that? So I'll just like to talk you through how to activate your core so that you can execute your exercises with more efficiency and control. We do have some props as well, so if you have a block, then go ahead and use that. Otherwise, a stack of books works just as well. So if I can just have you sitting with your legs just crossed, if that's uncomfortable for you, then just do go ahead and extend your knees. Okay. By sitting on the block or the stack of books, that straight away gives you more length through the hip joint and also through the lower back area, so that you're in more of a neutral spine position instead of a rounded back this way. Really think of stacking the vertebrae one on top of the other, so you have a natural arch in the lower back or natural curve in the spine. So now that we're sitting up nice and tall with the spine in neutral, legs just relaxed either there or there, spine. Let's just place the heel of the hands on the hip bones. So heel of the hands on either side of the hips, fingertips on the pubic bone. So there's that triangular area, that's your transversus abdominal muscle. Now the transverse abdominal is a band of muscle which wraps around you like a corset. It supports the lower back on the hip. Now that transversus abdominal, as you breathe in through the nose, so the breath goes in through the nose, you should feel that muscle, that belly, that lower belly rising into the hands. It's like a balloon filling with air. Now on the exhale, imagine you're blowing into a straw, so it's through pursed lips instead of an open ah. Exhale, blow into the straw and pull that belly away from the fingers, creating a space between the belly and the hands. So the breath goes in through the nose and you allow the abdominals to rise like a balloon filling with air or a wave rising up and over the ocean. And then on the exhale, the air escapes, it flattens and shrinks and pulls away from the fingers, creating that space. Again, deep breath in through the nose, allow the belly to rise, the balloon fills with air. Exhale through the mouth, the air escapes, it flattens and shrinks, pull the belly away from the finger. Again, deep breathing in through the nose, allow the belly to rise into the hands, like a wave rising up and over the ocean. And then on the exhale, it recedes and pulls back into the sea, pull the belly away into the hands. Again, breathing in, allow the belly to rise like the wave rising up and over. And then exhale, it recedes, pull the belly away from the fingers, creating that space. Let's do another one. Breathing in, feel the belly rising into the hands. And then exhale, pull the belly away. It's also like you're zipping up a tight pair of jeans. So you'll hear me say zip up the jeans. Good. So now that you've felt that muscle, there's another muscle which helps to activate the transverse abdominal, and it's your deep pelvic floor. So your deep pelvic floor muscle is, if you think of the bathroom situation, so you need to go to the loo really badly, but there isn't one nearby. So you need to use that pelvic floor to stop the wee, right? So I'd like you to feel that pelvic floor muscle now. So still with the hands on the lower belly. Take your breath in through the nose, allow the belly to rise so the balloon fills with air. Now exhale, think of that bathroom situation. Engage that pelvic floor, so you're trying to stop your wee and then pull the belly away from the fingers. Again, so on the inhale, release the pelvic floor and allow the belly to rise, allow the transverse to rise into the hands. Exhale, engage your pelvic floor first, so stop the wee and then pull the belly away from the fingers. Again, deep breathing in, release pelvic floor, allow belly to rise. Exhale, engage your pelvic floor first and then zip up the jeans. Again, deep breathing in, release the pelvic floor, allow the belly to rise. Exhale, switch on that pelvic floor and engage your transverse abdominal, zip up the jeans. Let's do another one. Breathing in, so you release the pelvic floor first and then allow the transverse to rise like a balloon filling with air. And then on the exhale, you switch on that pelvic floor first and then pull the belly away, creating that space. Hold that connection there. So now that you've felt that, let's move our way up to the obliques. So if you place your thumb on the last rib, so feel for that bottom rib just there. and the first finger on the hip bones. So there are the hip bones just there, those two bony structures. Now there are your oblique muscles just here. And these oblique muscles work to move that pelvis into what's called an imprinted position or pelvic tilt. So now let's just go through the activation of the muscles before you begin to move the pelvis into the imprint. So we're going to take a breath in through the nose and just stay there. Exhale, blowing into the straw, engage your pelvic floor, zip up the jeans, engage your transverse abdominal. Now gently roll that pubic bone up towards the belly button, bringing the fingers and the thumbs closer together, imprinting the pelvis. So these muscles, they get really tight, those oblique muscles get really tight as you imprint the pelvis. Hold your imprint there, take your breath in to stay, and then exhale through the mouth and release the spine to neutral. So we're lengthening the fingers away. Again, breathing in through the nose to stay. Exhale through the mouth, pelvic floor. Zip up the jeans, engage that transverse abdominal. Imprint the pelvis, pubic bone comes up to the belly button. Fingers and thumbs come close together. Obliques get really tight. Hold the imprint. Take your breath in and then exhale, release to neutral. Lengthen the fingers away from each other, stacking the spine right back up to neutral. Again, breathing in. Exhale, pelvic floor. Zip up the jeans. Gently roll that pubic bone up to the belly button. It's like the pubic bone is going to bite you on the nose. Holding that imprint, fingers and thumbs come close together. Take your breath in. And then exhale, release to neutral, lengthen the fingers away from each other, stacking the spine. I'll just show you from the side view so you can see what's happening to my back. So with my spine in neutral, I have a natural arch in my lower back. I breathe in. I exhale, engage my pelvic floor, zip up the jeans, gently roll that pubic bone up to the belly button. So as I imprint, my lower back is now lengthening towards the back of the room. I hold my imprint, I inhale to stay, and then I exhale and release the spine to neutral, stacking the spine right back up. So now I have an arch in my lower back once more. Let's do another one. Breathing in, exhale, pelvic floor, zip up the jeans, belly to spine as you imprint. So really lengthening that lower back towards the back of the room. Hold the imprint, inhale to stay, and then exhale, release to a neutral position, lengthening those fingers away from each other, stacking the spine right back up to neutral where you have that arch in the lower back. So now that you've understood those principles and how to engage your core muscles, let's try the same exercise, only this time lying on a mat. So if you move your stack of books away or your block away, so feet in line with sit bones and hands just by the side. So with the spine in neutral, my feet are just a hip width apart. Let's find a neutral spine. Now to find neutral, let's just rock and roll the pelvis forwards and backwards, and find that middle point. So that neutral position is just in the middle. So you feel the sacrum resting heavy on the mat, the back of the ribs also heavy on the mat, and that natural neutral arch in the lower back. Now take a breath in through your nose to stay there. I'll just reach my arms overhead so you can see what's happening with my pelvis, but your arms will be by the side. Now exhale, so engage your pelvic floor, your transverse abdominals, like you're zipping up jeans. Then gently roll that pubic bone up to the belly button, imprinting that pelvis, that lower back into the mat. Hold your imprint there. Take your breath in to stay. And exhale, release the spine to neutral, tailbone down. Feel that little arch in the lower back. Again, deep breath in. Exhale first, it's the pelvic floor. Then it's the transverse abdominals, like you're zipping up jeans, really compressing the abdomen before you roll the pubic bone up to the belly button. Using the obliques to imprint the pelvis. Try to avoid any tension in the back of the leg, so don't squeeze the back of the legs. Hold that imprint, take your breath in, and then exhale, release the spine to neutral, tailbone down. Feel that little arch in the lower back. Now let's take a breath in to stay. Exhale, imprint the pelvis. Hold the imprint. Now with the pelvis in the imprint, inhale, pick one leg up to tabletop. Still holding the imprint. Exhale, pick the second leg up to tabletop. Good. So now all your core muscles are activated to keep that pelvis in the imprint, to support your lower back as your legs go up in the air. Take your breath in to lower one leg. Exhale to lower the second leg. And then inhale and release the spine to neutral, tailbone down. Exhale, so activate your core. So we know that means pelvic floor first, then transverse abdominal, compress the abdomen like you're zipping up jeans, and then roll that pubic bone up to the belly button using the obliques for dorsal back legs. Hold the imprint. Inhale, let's go on the leg up first this time. Still holding that imprint. Exhale, the second leg up. Still holding that imprint. Inhale through the nose, one leg down. Exhale through the mouth, second leg down. And then inhale through the nose and release the spine to its neutral position. Tailbone down. Feel that natural neutral arch in the lower back. Exhale, activate your core. So we know that's pelvic floor, transverse abdominals, obliques, imprint the pelvis. Hold the imprint. Inhale, one leg up. Exhale, the second leg up. Holding that imprint. Keep those core muscles activated. Now with the legs in the air, let's go into our toe taps. Tapping down with one leg as you inhale. Exhale, back to center. Tapping down with the other leg on the inhale. Exhale, back to center. Keep going in through the nose, out through the mouth. We'll do 3 more. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep going. As you go through the toe taps, you feel how those core muscles have to work really hard to avoid any arching of that lower back. Good. Hold the imprint. Inhale, one leg down. Exhale, the second leg down. And inhale, release the spine to its neutral position. Tailbone down. Feel that natural arch in the lower back. Alright, so let's just reach for one leg, roll ourselves up to sitting. Really just wanted to bring your awareness of how to activate your core muscles. So now you know how to do that. You can execute all your Pilates exercises with more efficiency and control. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.